What's up, survivors? Welcome back, guys. Oh man, we are doing something different today. So today I wanted to talk about doing basically my impression and experience playing Black Desert Online in 2024 as a complete novice with absolutely no freaking idea what I'm doing, what kind of experience, any of that. Sorry, I had to adjust my mic for a second. And just kind of like give you guys like an idea of my thoughts as well as my progression so far. Now, please keep in mind, guys, I am a newbie. Okay, like I'm a hardcore newbie at this game. I'm a filthy casual. I mean, let's just leave it at that. So my progression for my time playing this game won't be nearly as much as some people's time playing this game. Some people are probably going to progress extremely stupidly fast, where I progress slower, per se. But anyways, so what this whole episode is going to be about is basically, these are the keynotes. All right. First and foremost, I'm going to talk about my impression of the game so far. Friendliness towards new players, and my likes and dislikes. And then after that, we're going to move into my gear and what I've done so far, and be gentle. Just be gentle. So I'm fully aware of how shitty my setup is. But anyways, okay. So first and foremost, I've owned Black Desert Online for about 5 years. I have not touched it until about exactly 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago yesterday. So today would be my first full day going into a second month. Okay. To give you guys an idea here, if we go to not the daily rewards, the login rewards, there you go. All right. You can see that this was my first day playing. This is today. 31 days. So I've been playing for 31 login days is what I've done. And total play time is 453 hours, which is 18 days and 21 hours, going on 19 days. So yeah, lots of time. Now, I would say about 2/3 of that, give or take 2/3 of that, was a lot of AFK standing around, because I leave my game running for like 2 days at a time, sometimes the 3 days at a time. And that's just because I'll be, I'll be working on something at home, or I'll, have actual work to do, and I'll just leave my game running. It's just what I do. It's a habit of mine. It's an old habit of mine. So I just wanted to get into my impressions of the game so far. Very positive. I haven't really had a lot of negative things. Like, when I say negative, I mean like, don't play it. It's trash. Okay, I'm talking like none of those. I haven't yet to have any of those. And I know the whole pay to win, air quotes, I know you guys can't see me doing it. That portion of the game is very out there, but I've learned very quickly from watching other YouTubers and streamers and getting their take on the whole quote unquote pay to win aspect of the game. I would have to agree, even with my limited time playing, that it's more of pay for convenience, pay for time. And sorry about that. Had to my child walked up behind me there for a second, had her Switch blaring in my ear. But I haven't had any like game breaking pay to win things that I felt were just, no, that's just not right. Like, you'd have to be a whale of a whale on a game like this. Like, I've played Final Fantasy 11 and 14, as well as a couple other MMOs over the years. I've been an online gamer for about 25 years. I'm in my I'd say mid 30s now. I'm 36. 35. Sorry. Almost screwed up my own age there. But I've been playing online MMOs for a very long time. I've been playing Final Fantasy Online for about 20 years. I've been paying for that subscription. And then, of course, with my wife, who we've been together for about 18, 19 years, we've been playing online games together as well, too. And I've been paying for her subscription. So throwing 30 to 60 bucks a month at a game for, let's just say for the better part of 20 years is nothing I'm not afraid to do. That's a return, an investment, basically. It's a tangible return where, so yeah, throwing money at the game, it's nothing I'm not afraid to do. So I don't see the pay the win aspect of this game as a massive thing. I feel like that if you throw this game's version of a cash or as a subscription, which is, if I remember correctly, it's basically the value pack. So I'm going to go in here real quick. What is it? Man, I don't even know exactly where it is. Travel Aid? Value pack, yeah. So their version of a subscription, which is right here, which is basically like $15 a month or $45 a month for 90 days, which is actually pretty spot on for most games. Final Fantasy 14 is basically $15 a month at the base. I paid $35 a month for Final Fantasy 14. So yeah, so that's my thing. I don't really see that as an issue. So going into the next topic leading from there, what did I feel like? What part of the game did I like or dislike? The part of the game that I disliked, seasonal. I hated the seasonal pass. Hated it. Flat out fucking hated it. And that has more to do with me as a person, me as a gamer. Not that the system is bad. The system works exactly as intended. It is very good at giving people that don't have quote unquote either the time or the patience to do the necessary work to get to that point, or those that just want to jump into the game and experience it more towards the the mid-game content, or play with their friends and do some of the content together without having to put in a whole lot of effort to get to that early starting point. It gives them that opportunity. It just stops them right there, and then it's just like puts out their hand and goes, nice to meet you, have fun. Great system. However, there's one giant flaw with systems like those, and it's one of the reasons why I don't like them, and I'm kind of regretting doing that, because I did do a seasonal character. My Guardian that I'm on right now, this is my seasonal character. I own two accounts. I have this account, which is my quote-unquote cash shop seasonal character, the whole type thing. I just play the game. And then I have a second one, which is basically none of that. It's no cash shop, no seasonal character, none of that stuff. Like, I don't mess with it. I stay as full free to play. I don't use real money at all under any circumstances to buy anything off the Pearl Shop. If it's on the market and I put in an order, that's a totally different story. But and I will not be utilizing seasonal character because I want to be able to experience the game and play more slowly. I actually have a series that's already going to be coming out, or if it hasn't already started coming out on my channel, where I basically stream 2 nights a week on average of me playing that account, and I will stream for 2 to 4 hours, and it'll just be a full playthrough. And then at the beginning of end of each stream, I will show my Pearl Shop just so everybody can see that I haven't been purchasing anything, and going from there. That's basically what that is. But yeah, so my only big negative, the top negative, would be that one. The next thing that I kind of I just recently found out, and this is going to lead into the next few topics, is the lack of direction with what you're supposed to do after you graduate. Because, and what I mean by that, okay, specifically what I mean is that, yes, you can do your journals, your adventure logs, quote unquote, as Blue Squad says it, because I've been watching his stuff, clean your room. Pretty simple, do that. Some people suggest that, do that before you graduate. Some say do it after you graduate. It's whatever, your choice, pick your poison. And then of course, there is transferring your gear to your boss gear, doing the Jatina stuff or something like that. It took me a while to figure out how to do that. I finally figured out how to do that. There's way too many dailies and weeklies to keep track of to figure out which ones are actually useful. So I apologize in advance if you guys hear my daughter in the background, because for some reason she's singing behind me. So if you hear her, I apologize. But other than that, those are my only two biggest gripes. Like the lack of direction that points you towards something that is like, okay, so this is what you're going to do. Hey, do this next. Like, these are the things you're going to do. Yes, I know they're kind of there. You can kind of see them. You know they're there, but they don't tell you to do them. It's not like it's like, hey, you have to do this. And I feel like that is a part of the game that could use a little bit of improvement, especially if they're trying to bring in a different brand of players. So if they're trying to reach out to the more casual PvE, Andes, casual, filthy players like myself that just want to play the game and experience the game and enjoy the aspect of the PvE side without the PvP side, they might have to put a little bit more effort into that. Now, again, it's not that it's not there. It's just there's a lack of direction. I feel like the season pass could be expanded upon in order to teach people about certain quests, like, and all that. And another thing, and this is more of a personal thing with myself, because I shot myself in the foot here, is they need to explain the benefits of joining a guild. Because if I would have joined a guild sooner, if I would have known the benefits of being part of one, I would have tried to do boss fights that were spawning on the servers every few hours if I would have known the benefit of actually doing them. The game doesn't flat out tell you anything. And again, this is coming from a player who has played Final Fantasy online for about 20 plus years. I say 20 plus because it's 2024 now, and Final Fantasy 11 came out in 2021. Not 2021, 2001. So, and those games are notorious for, you could say, holding your hand when it comes to moving from one thing to the next. They quite literally say, hey, there's this feature, you should think about doing this. Here's a way to do this. And you read over it and it walks you through the process, takes you to an NPC, and then you do it. Or if it's like, it's a very key NPC, like when you're traveling between countries and things like that, or you're trying to upgrade a piece of gear, it will point you in the right direction or send you to a specific place saying, hey, talk to this person. They are the ones in charge of all gear upgrades. This is who you will talk to for the next 3 to 6 months at any time you want to upgrade your gear, after you've been farming for 5 to 6 weeks, doing dungeons or raids or whatever, that kind of thing. Where this game doesn't do that after Seasonal did a really good job, but now I'm kind of like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I mean, I know what to do. There's just so much of it. So anyways, okay, so we're a lot to go over here still. So I want to kind of move on from that topic, but that's how I kind of feel. So I feel like if they're going to breach into that category, they should probably think about expanding upon it just a wee bit. Just for those players, if they want to keep that community here, as somebody who has 20 plus years experience. All right, so now let's talk about what I did enjoy so far. I enjoy how easy it is to get into the game. And the freedom, oh my God, the freedom is so perfect. Like, you literally, unless you decide to choose Eternal Mountain or Land of Morning Light as your starting point, like the second you finish those first handful of quests and you get to Velia, at least if you start with the burial chamber, excuse me, you just do whatever you want. There is no wrong way to play. If you want to life skill, you could literally, and that's one of the things about, again, I'm going to use Final Fantasy as a reference because I'm a Final Fantasy gamer. I come from Final Fantasy MMO. Okay, that's been my main MMO for over 20 years. Sorry, beating a dead horse. But I like how easy it is to just get into something and just do it. And you could run with it for weeks or months, and that just be all you do. Like, leveling your battle job, your actual gear in order to fight, is a side thing that you do in this game. Like, you could literally just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna get, 280 or 300 AP slash DP or something, or like 350 DP and like 300 AP, and that's it. And then I'm just going to life skill for my entire time on this game, because you could spend months, if not years, leveling your life skills and making money and doing content under life skills and never touch the PvE or PvP portion of the game. Or you could be the complete opposite. You could you could not touch life skill and just do PvE and never touch the other part of the game. And the same with PvP to some extent. I mean, you kind of have to PvE to be a PvPer. But you're free to do what you want. You can choose the path that you want. If you want to life skill your way all the way to the top and just buy your armor, you can do that. Your character's level is there just to unlock stuff. It doesn't, to some level, it doesn't determine your gear. You can be a level 1 noob who just logged in, run up to an auction house. If you've got the money, if you're a whale too, you can purchase all your armor, which is where the pay to win portion of the game comes in. But see, that doesn't matter anymore, because skill is so important from what I've noticed. Knowing how to play your job is so important. And with all the capped node wars like T1s and T2s, from what I understand, is like, yes, you're going to hit like a truck, but it doesn't matter. Unless you know what you're doing, you're just going to get wrecked anyways. But so yeah, that kind of leads me into that right there. So anyways, that's my impressions on the game so far as a whole. So I want to dive into my progression. Okay, so I chose a Guardian for my first job. Final Fantasy. But I chose a Guardian. I did utilize the Pearl Shop. I wanted to say Cash Shop, but the Pearl Shop in this game. But it was mostly to gather the basic essentials. So if you're familiar with the way it's set up for you veterans, you know that it shows the last 30 days. And you know I've only been playing for 30 days roughly. But that's the day I started playing. 4/13 was the day I started playing, roughly. I think I might have been like 4/12. But I bought the new adventure pack. I got the spirit pass so I could actually have both sides of the thing. And then about a week and a half later, I bought an armor set, even though I got an armor set for getting this, but I really wanted a different one, so I bought that. Then I got a wagon set because I wanted to use the wagon, but I didn't like the skin. I didn't like the way the farm wagon looked, and I wanted the skin, so I got a skin. Then I made the decision to buy the campsite, which I'm regretting, by the way. I'm glad I got it for only $25 because I did use a 50% coupon. But I was under the impression, and this is where the lack of information comes in. I was under the impression that the free-to-play tent didn't allow you to use the buff. It also didn't have access to a storage, and it had no shop. I later found out that, like, I thought you like because I had read that you have to purchase the anvil, you have to unlock the skill to use it, and then there's another part that you have to do that, so you don't get full access to it until you unlock the whole thing. And even then you have to constantly purchase the anvil and a bunch of other stuff to keep using it. Like, it's a renewable source. The free-to-play one is a reusable source. You'll eventually run out of the stuff and you have to repurchase stuff in order to keep utilizing it. Where the quote-unquote pay-to-win one, the campsite that you can purchase here, this one, it stays as is. But I was wrong. You still have access to the buffs system. You still have access to the anvil. You just have to unlock the repair system in the game, which requires you to get somebody's affection up so high and do a bunch of stuff and all that. So I'm kind of regretting getting this now, but at the same time, if it's my main account, it's, from what I've been reading and from a lot of people that I've read posts from and stuff, they said that if you bought anything in this game, this is the one thing that everybody will say is worth it 1,000%. It's probably one of, if not the only item in the Cat Pearl Shop which is considered almost a necessity on some level. So yeah, and then I bought the 90-day value pack recently, which actually just finished going off sale because it was on sale, I believe on like the 8th or the 9th. Then they had a maintenance, and then yeah, so I got it on sale, got a few extra bobs and bibs, but that would give me basically the whole summer, a little bit into late summer, of having a value pack where I won't have to worry about a new one. And then I got undergarments for the extra luck. So I should have full luck now because I have a fairy plus the undergarments, and that's it. That's it. I was debating about maybe, you know, around July sometime, maybe throwing a little bit more on if they have like some type of another big like special sale where it's like a 2-for-1 deal. I might throw a little bit more on then. That way I can get some weight stuff for my character. Because I want to be able to grab like, you know, maybe like plus 300 or another like what was it? I was trying to think of like the value, but I was thinking like maybe getting this to get like an extra 500 carry weight for my character, like snag 2 of these, and maybe grab some of the more like I might even, there's like 32 days left on this, so I might even grab like 2 or 3 more character inventory slots just so I have them, because they're only like $3. But you know, that's about it. Maybe pick up this up, but you can get these for free in the what is it, the loyalty shop, if I remember correctly. I think you get 1. Yeah, you get 1 per family for free. So that would give me 2 out of the 4. So I was debating about, you know, maybe later on, like late into the summer, I would throw some more back on if there's a sale on pearls or something. Maybe they might have a summer deal or something like that. But that's about it. So I haven't really touched it much, and I've tried to avoid it. All right, so moving on from there. My progression. I had full pen Travalia. Like I got full pen Travalia, however you want to pronounce it. So this is my character. Mind the inventory. As you can see, my time played, I already talked about that. These are all my professions that I leveled up. So I've been working on mostly cooking, processing. The most, or the 2 that I worked on the most, was cooking and processing. Been doing a little bit of sailing. I do a little bit of it every day, and I try to do like the 4 or 5 dailies out of Vale, whatever the hell it's called. And I get like maybe 1 to 2 levels a day when I was in the early skilled, and I've been getting like one level a day doing those early dailies before you get a frigate where you can start doing the battle content, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I'm making my own frigate. So moving on from there, my gear. I did exchange for the boss armor already. I feel like I made a mistake. If you're laughing at me right now, it's probably because of one of the weapons. It has to be because of one of the weapons. And the only reason why I say that is out of every guide I looked up, nobody said anything about grabbing these weapons. I did. It gave me a big boost. I did. So yeah. But anyway, so I grabbed the Griffin helmet, the red nose armor, and I double checked every piece of boss gear trade-in for the Penta stuff. I double checked every single one of those off of multiple sources. I made sure that I read it from like 3 or 4 different sources to see what they all suggested. So it's your guys' fault. The weapons I take credit for. If I did something wrong there, that was my fault, because nobody said anything about trading the weapons in, but I did anyways. Possible mistakes were made, but shit happens. I'm a newbie. I did fair warn you. I got the Lee gloves and the whatever the hell that is boots. I still have all my Travalia 5 accessories, and then I upgraded to the Tet of each of these for their trade-ins as well. So that did actually get me, I think I was at like 220 something or 230 something. So it did jump me up to 253 here and 255 here, but my DP did go down. I was like 210 or 310, 313, and it did go down. Keep in mind, I haven't touched, I haven't touched my bedroom. Yes, I'm sorry. For you guys that are about to ask, I haven't touched it. I haven't really touched it. I finished 3 on this one, 4 on that one, 3, 2, Oh wait, yeah, I think that's different. Whatever that is, like I know I finished like maybe 3 or 4 of the books total. So yes, I am fully aware that that number could be 20, 30 higher on each of those. I'll get to them. I promise I'll get to them. I just graduated today. I could have waited off on graduation, but I really wanted to upgrade my gear some more. And I had tons of gear just laying around. So there is that. But yeah, so that's my setup for that so far. So as for artifacts, I ended up going cheap route and did the Fire Rage Savage artifact. So it's just raw AP. And for my crystals, this is the crystal setup I went with. 4 Han Magics, 1 Magic Infantry, 1 Black Swift. I have 4 of the adventure 3 of the adventure ones, but I didn't have a 4th. Somebody kept saying they should have gotten 4, but I only had 3. I got 1 Ancient Magil Hashish or whatever it's called. I got another Magic Infantry. I've got armor, and then instead of getting the last version, so I go here real quick. So this is like the middle one. Then you can purchase, I think, the one above. I think this is the middle one. I think it was. I didn't purchase the top tier one because at the time I only had enough money. If I would have bought it, I wouldn't have been able to buy half of these other ones. I wouldn't have had enough, and then I'd have to go out and grind again. I just wanted to get something in there for now. Something's better than nothing. 1 is better than 0. So that was my train of thought. Get something in there. I can't figure out for the life of me what goes here. I've been trying to rack my brain. I have looked up so many guides and everybody talks about it. And every video I've watched where everybody talks about unlocking this stuff and your crystal setup, I can't seem to think. I must be stupid. I can't seem to figure out what I'm missing with this middle one. Obviously, unlocking these is the Morning Light path. And then these ones, you have to defeat one of like 2 or 3 different bosses. If you get like, I guess, Garmarth's heart or something, it automatically unlocks both. Or if you defeat, like, I think it was the Bird World boss, you have a chance of getting that heart or shade or feather or whatever, and it unlocks one of the 2. I, again, haven't touched any world bosses. I should be doing world bosses because there's an event going on right now for Garmarth, but I've been stupid about it up until now. So, yeah. So that's been that. So that like I said, that's my crystal setup. And then of course, wrong button. And then my artifact setup, which you guys already saw as well too. So there's my artifact, my crystal, set effects, and then my stats at the moment. So my stats right now is 416 AP normal, 418 awakening, 672 accuracy. Accuracy rate, evasion 748, and then all this other stuff here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at the moment. I mean, I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I didn't start having a problem with combos because up until so if we go here real quick, wrong button. And we go to main. You can see I've finished almost all of the main storylines, all the storylines so far. The only ones I have left are a handful of stuff here. And then I have to finish the last half of the teleportation stuff. I finished the main one already. That's how I got the red nose chest piece, because that's where I got it from. But there's still some more quests I got to do there. I still need to do the Mountain of Eternal Winter, and then all of the Land of the Morning Light, and then this last place, which is, I guess, the newest place that came out a couple of months ago. So, yeah. And then I guess the second half of Land of Morning Light is supposed to be coming out late summer, early August. Or not early August, early fall, late summer, I think. I might be wrong. I probably am, so we'll just leave it at that. I still haven't finished most of my suggested quests. I still got tons of these to do. And then, yeah, so I mean, there's a lot for me to work on. But I did go with an Awakening Guardian. For my skill adds on, this is what I went with. I only found one guide that was 2 years old. I think it might have been 2. Might have been under a year old. I can't remember. It was somebody else who played an Awakening Guardian, and I based my skill and combo rotation somewhat around, like my skill add-on somewhat around what they said, and this is what I ended up with. So I'm hoping it's so far it's been working out pretty well. I like it. So, but I am playing an Awakening Guardian. So that's that there. So most of my stuff is leveled. I'm really enjoying it a lot. It's definitely been, from what I read, a lot of people were saying it's a very heavy PvE newbie friendly job, which works out perfect for me. I do want to dive into other stuff. As you guys can see here, if I go into here real quick, you can see that I have my other jobs that I have so far. The only ones that I've actually worked on is this one, which is my Corsair. Sorry, give me a minute. So that's my Corsair, which I use most. It's pretty much does most of my life skilling. She pretty much stays in, yeah, that place, that Port Town Vale. She pretty much stays there, does life skilling. I take her out every now and then and level her up. She's like 46. I do almost all my sailing on her. If I open up her inventory, if you can see, like, she's got a ton of, like, I've got like Duo Logia stuff, that earring on her. She's got some weapons. Like, I haven't really tried. I farmed that gear. She's got this. You know, it's like a lot of the different gear. I gave her some of my like story quest gear that I've been getting. So like this right here, this, and a few other pieces. I just throw them on her and use them for, you know, whatever. So yeah, like she has some stuff. I finished that quest on her, so she has like the diving mask. But so she's not like up top tier. Like I don't play her a lot outside of most stuff. She's my life skiller character. Then I tried to play. This is my witch. I tried to play her. I didn't get very far. I think I got like maybe an hour or 2 into playing her, and then I just stopped. I was having a hard time dealing with the mana. I didn't really understand it very well. Not that it was hard. It's just I didn't have the patience for it, so I didn't really worry about it. This is my Mystic. I really want to get into this. My wife actually was going to play on it a little bit because she really likes Monk, and she's thinking about Monk from Final Fantasy. That's her, like Monk Bard, Ninja, Black Mage. Those are like her favorite jobs in that game, so she plays those a lot. Those are like, she's been playing them for years. So she really wanted to try out Mystic because she likes to play Monk. So that's her. Then I have a Archer. The female one is the Archer or the Ranger, whichever one the female one is, because I know the male one's the other counterpart name. But this is my daughter. I don't play this character. When my daughter wants to play, she plays this character right here. I'm actually thinking about putting her character, making a new one for her on my other account. My one that I'm doing my non-cash shop playthrough. That way she doesn't accidentally screw something up or take something out of something she's not supposed to. So I'm thinking about moving her over there because she's only 6. So yeah. And then I made a Valkyrie and a Berserker that I haven't even logged into yet. They're still in the Great Desert. I just created them and then left them there. They've just been building up energy. So I made sure to max out all that stuff. And I actually did these two recently within the last couple of days. But yeah, that's what I've done with my character so far. And of course you saw what I did with my armor. So yep. And then as for my pets, these are the pets that I have at the moment. I have 4 pets. Or at 5 pets, 4 of them are all tier 3s. I'm hoping to get my hands on the double drop pet. I think it was like a hedgehog or like the llama or something. I'm hoping eventually I can get one of those. Because I hear they are massively, they quote unquote pay to win mindset. I mean, if you're gonna mid-max, you might as well have one of the two from what I've been hearing, or both. But I'll have to look into it more because I've yet to see the llama. And I have also not seen the hedgehog. From what I hear, the hedgehog is something that only can get got out of packs on the Pearl Shop, or occasionally it goes up as an individual sale. That's quick. Yes, it's all clean. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got so far. I really want to try to get these pets leveled up more or tiered up more, but it's gonna have to wait because I'm not throwing money at the shop just to do it. But yeah, so yeah, this is what I got, and then if I pull them all out, you can see what I'm working with. So 3% skill, 20% knowledge gain, 4% high knowledge, -3 penalty death, +3 drop rate, and then +10% karma. Gathering 5, fish 5, hunting 5, alchemy 10, training 5, and farming 5. And hunting alchemy is 10 because 2 of them actually have alchemy, if I remember correctly. Or no, I think this one actually just had 5. Yeah, this one had alchemy. So, oh, by the way, my daughter named all these, if you're curious. Yeah, so that's I can't see because it's got the shell on its head. She named the dog after herself. Suo, which is the hawk, Bun Bun the bunny, and Ollie the dog. Even though Ollie's the name of our cat. But anyways, so yeah. So those are all the pets. As for a fairy, I ended up getting a brilliant fairy. I actually got 3 brilliant fairies. I rolled 18 times, and I ended up with 3 brilliant fairies, and everything else was lower. And for the first 2 skills, I actually re-rolled for this one. I ended up rolling 3 times for skills. I ended up getting the Miraculous Cheer 1, and then I re-rolled, and then it instantly re-rolled the Miraculous Cheer 2. So I said, you know what? That's good enough for now. I'll take it. It's like, I'm not going to complain. And then the underwater breathing, and then, of course, she still needs to get like 7 more levels before I get that. So over the next couple of days, I'm hoping to get some more of the items. I think you can get 1 roll per day with loyalty. So my plan is to try to get 10 more rolls to try to get the high tier fairy and then go from there. So that's what I've got going on right there. Good enough for me. Yes, I have her out. I have her out because there's a Final Fantasy joke called a pocket healer. Well, I shouldn't say it's a Final Fantasy joke. It's an old MMO joke where you have a healer follow you around. She's my pocket healer. So of course I have to be able to see her. She's my pocket healing fairy. But yeah, so I just have her out because of that. But yeah, that's been my progression so far. I mean, like I said, I've got the tent. I got 3 maids and all this right here. I've been playing for 4 weeks. If you look at the map, this is my progression so far across the entire map. So you can see all the different places I've went. I've completed most of the story for this region already. I think I was just finishing up the War of the Roses story. I think I just finished it or was about to finish it. So between the 2 kingdoms of Odraxia and Kamasel, however it's pronounced, the 2 elvens, dark elves and light elves. I've finished most of the story for this, if not all of it, and then now I'm going to be moving on to probably Land of the Morning, I might try to do Eternal Mountains, I don't know, or I might do Land of the Morning Light next. My progression through this part of the region so far, not everything, and then this has been the extent of my ocean exploring. That's it. Haven't really went anywhere over here or down here at all. I mean, as far as I'm aware, the next content that's coming out is supposed to be the next part of Land of Morning Light. I guess they're either adding more stuff to this island or they're adding another major island. So I guess that's going to be happening. I've barely touched the ocean content. I really want to get into that at some point. I've yet to go to Elvia. I've yet to do any Draxia stuff. The extent of my farming has been blood wolves or centaurs. That's what I was doing before I hit. I was doing blood wolves and centaurs before I got Pen Travalia gear. I think I was like 190 at the time. And that's what I was farming. I was either going to blood wolves or centaurs over here. Centaurs. And I was averaging, I don't have Armoth stuff up right now, but I think I was averaging about close to, if not a little bit over 400 million an hour here with all buffs activated. and I was doing about 380 to 360 million here an hour, with all, if not half of the buff activated. So not like great, but it's better than nothing, right? So yeah, that's been my experience so far playing Black Desert Online in 2024. It's early summer of 2024, pretty much at this point. And I'm really excited to really dive into the game even deeper with all the new PvE content come out. I'm actually thinking about now is the time for me to look to join an active community. Oh, my node network. Yeah, so I have been utilizing the node network. You can see these are the nodes that I have set up so far. I am taking advantage of the current excavator event that's going on with this one. So it's been ticking quite a lot. So I think I have, if I remember correctly, I can look here. Yeah, I've got 3 of the high boxes, 4 of the medium, and 1 of the low already. I would have more if I had a better goblin on there, because I believe the goblin I have working on it he's a professional, but he's only level 25, and actually that's good considering I just put him on there and he was level 1 a couple of days ago. So still takes him about 6 hours to farm it, and then yeah, going from there. So yeah, but that's been my progression so far, and I'm liking the game. Give me guys' opinion. If you guys have any tips on where I should look at next for what piece of gear to upgrade. Should I take the rest of my boss armor to pen, or should I start working on an accessory? Obviously I need to work on getting my my adventure journals done, and I need to look up more information on this infinite potion thing that's going around that I've been reading about. Apparently I already have one of the pity drops for it. I didn't even know about it. It's the blood wolf stone or orb or crystal or whatever it is. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about my progression so far. Probably not the fastest thing in the world, but I'd appreciate any help or any feedback you guys have to say. And again, don't forget to don't forget to subscribe if you like to see more content, because yeah, head over to my Twitch as well. All the links will be down below. You can follow me there if you guys ever want to come over and hang out when I am doing my my other account, which will be my non-pay to win, slower progression playstyle, where I don't utilize a season pass and all that fun stuff. It's no Iron Man bullshit. It's just I'm taking my time and I'm actually reading through the story, listening to the NPCs, doing all the cutscenes. Like, it's a progression story, non-seasonal playthrough where I don't take advantage of any pay-to-win content or anything like that. So it's going to be a very long-term series. So, you guys are more than welcome to come hang out and stop by and just chat. Even if you just, stop in, wave for a hot second, say hi, and take off. That's big. I call that a win. That's a win in my book. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it. If you guys are new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. If you guys are experienced veteran BDO gamers and want to help me with any advice or information, feel free to do it down below. Just there's being a dick and there's being helpful. So keep that in mind, please. Yeah, I will catch you guys later. Thanks as always, and peace out, guys. Bye bye.